Hello students, my name is Anjali Singh and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are fine and safe at your places. So students, if you are new to my channel, then please do like the video, share it and also subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive all the latest videos of my channel. Okay. So students, let's begin with our next part, which is part 3rd of the class 8 chapter 6, which we are studying. So today we will be studying something new. For that students, you have to observe few of the images which I am going to show you, okay? And tell me that what do you see? So here are those images. Yes students, what do you observe in the first part of the image? The first one, this is what? Yes, something burning. So students, in the first one you can say that it is the burning of paper, right? You can say a paper is burning. And what is in the second image students? Yes, a wood is there which is also burning. Very good students. Burning of wood. So students, if I ask you that, what is the process which is involved in the burning of a paper or in the burning of a wood? So what will you say? Yes, very good. You all are right. It is the process of combustion which is involved in this, the burning. Very good students. Because it is giving off heat and light and oxygen is also involved over here. Very good. So students, if I ask you that what is the difference in the burning of a paper or burning of a wood, what will you say? Or are they both same? Like they burn with the same flame or like same time they take? Yes, very good. So if you say that we have a paper, right? And we burn it with the help of a candle. Okay, let us assume that we have a candle and we are burning it. So it will burn very quickly, right? Yes, this will be very quick. Quickly the paper will catch fire. And students, what about wood? You might have observed the burning of the wood, how it burns. Yes, very good students. So if we have a log of wood, okay, and we burn it, you might have observed at your homes also that when you're, in the villages, the people used to burn wood for some, the fuel they use as a fuel. So it takes a lot of time, right, for the burning. With the help of kerosene, we burn it. When So students, what do you think that there might be a reason behind that something is burning very quickly, something is burning, it's taking a time to burn? Yes? Yes, very good students. You all are right that there might be some factor due to which you can see the change in the burning of the time or burning of the paper and the wood. Okay? So students, today our topic of discussion is about the ignition temperature. What are we going to learn today about? Yes, very good students. It is about the ignition temperature. So students, after the completion of this part of the video, you will be able to define ignition using appropriate keywords and list a few examples related to the ignition temperature variation in your day-to-day life. And also you will be able to describe that why ignition temperature is a factor for the burning process considered. And also students, you will be able to demonstrate a small activity in the form of a virtual by the rapid or spontaneous combustion. You will be able to apply the concept of rapid and spontaneous combustion with the help of ignition temperature. Okay, so first let us discuss what is ignition temperature. So if you have to define it in your own words, will you? Yes, I will read it in the comment section. You can write the answers. Yes, ignition temperature could be considered a temperature which is variation for the burning process for the different substances. Very good students. So now let us see that what is ignition temperature. It is the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called its ignition temperature. So students, here you can see in the case of paper, the lowest temperature at which this will catch fire, the paper will catch fire, that is the ignition temperature of paper. And that lowest temperature at which wood will catch fire, that is the ignition temperature of a wood. Okay, so what do you think, that ignition temperature of paper or wood will be less? Yes, you are absolutely correct that the ignition temperature of the paper would be very less. Why? Because it very quickly burns. Very good, students. So we find that a combustible substance cannot catch fire or burn as long as the temperature is lower than the ignition temperature. So students, the wood takes a lot of time for burning. Why? Because its ignition temperature is not reached till that point. Okay, so ignition temperature, the lowering of that condition, that it should reach that ignition temperature, that substance. Okay, so hence we say that a combustible substance like a paper or a wood, they cannot catch fire until they are reaching their ignition temperature, and which is quite low for a paper. So wood will take a lot of time to reach its ignition temperature for burning. That is why a wood is having a high ignition temperature. Very good, students. So now what can you relate from your daily life, that what are the ignition temperatures of these? Yes, here you can say the burning of wood and a kerosene. So out of these two, which will burn very quickly? Yes, students, a kerosene will burn very quickly. Why? Because it will reach its ignition temperature very fast. You might have also observed that the kerosene which we are using for burning wood, it easily catches fire. With the help of that kerosene, wood easily catches fire. So ignition temperature has been reached of that kerosene with the help of that wood we are taking. So students, you might have observed few of the incidents like the forest fire, right? And many cases are there. Recent one is in the that Chhattisgarh we have found that the 22nd March, right? Forest fire is there. So what do you think that in the forest fire, is there any kind of that person is going to burn that forest? That is why fire is spreading, or what is happening? Yes, there could be n number of reasons for the forest fire, like the dry leaves are there in the forest, right? So they can catch fire with that help of sunlight. That is why that fire spreads all over around, right? Very good, students. You have find the case very well. Now see the second case. This is a gas stove, right? A gas burner. So students, observe one by one something with respect to this gas burner. What I am doing, we see at our homes also. I'm taking the lighter near to the gas burner, switched on its knob, and yes, you can see what happened suddenly. The burner got fire, right? So there are the two differences which you have seen, students. One is the forest fire. In the forest, which we have the trees where the fire is spreading, and in the second, which you have seen a burner, right? A burner is burning when we put the lighter over here. So these are the two different types of combustion, students, which is known as the rapid combustion and spontaneous combustion. Rapid means very fast, which we can say, and the spontaneous, which is not occurring by us. It is very spontaneous combustion. So student, what do you think rapid combustion would be? Yes, the rapid combustion is involved in the combustion here in the case of burner, which is very quickly it's taking the heat. And in the case of the forest fire, that is example of the spontaneous combustion. So students, we find that the gas burns rapidly and produces heat and light. So that such combustion is known as the rapid combustion, which produces sudden heat and light with the help of lighter. Okay, so rapid combustion, you can say burning of the burner gas. And also spontaneous combustion are, there are substances like students, phosphorus, which burns in the room temperature. And you can say that forest fire is a natural example, and burning of phosphorus is a spontaneous combustion at room temperature. So the type of combustion in which a material suddenly bursts into flames without the application of any apparent cause is called spontaneous combustion. Okay, so here we are not going to just make the forest fire, right? What is actually happening? That is a natural process. And also maybe some kind of particles where the people, they bonfire the wood, they might remain, because of which the dry leaves, they catch fire, and it suddenly spreads in the all over the forest. Or some dry leaves might be present, due to which the sun, the heating of the sun, will catch the fire of this dry leaves, and it will suddenly spread. So that is spontaneous combustion. Very good, students. Now you have to think and answer how forest fire is the cause of spontaneous combustion. Yes, it's your time to answer it. Very good, students. So the forest fire is the cause of spontaneous combustion, students, because it is occurring spontaneously. We are not seeing any rapid combustion over there, or the burning of phosphorus ribbon, which we have performed in our lab, that activity, right? That is why spontaneous combustion means we are not going and just putting up the fire so that the forest will catch fire. Rather, it's the instant process which is happening due to the burning of those dry leaves or the particles of some kind of fire which is there in the forest. Yes, very good, students. So here you can see that what is happening in the real life. You might have observed this is the bonfire the people are doing in the forest, right? So what happens when the people, students, they do not just blow off the bonfire with the help of proper water till it should not be burning at the end, right? Some people, they just leave the bonfire like this only, and some particles you can see over here which are reflecting, right? They go in the forest, and the dry leaves, they catch fire due to the particles of this bonfire, students, and which also results in the large cause related to that forest fire. It evenly spreads. Okay, so very good, students. So what have we discussed today? Yes, so today we have discussed about the ignition temperature, the real life examples of ignition temperature, and the rapid and spontaneous combustion with their examples. Okay, so students, in your homework, what you have to do, you have to write down the more examples related to the rapid and spontaneous combustion, and also write down that what is ignition temperature and how it is varying for the different substances. Students, yes, and the activity which you will perform, that you will take a piece of paper, and with the help of pair of tongs you will burn it in the candle flame, and on the other hand you will take a piece of metal rod, any metal rod, and try to burn that. So now you have to observe these two things separately, and then we will discuss in the further class that what is the effect of this activity which you have performed. Okay, so very good, students. Till then, thank you and have a nice day. So we will be meeting in the next part of our videos. So thank you, students.